if you want to see part 2 with my final verdict from this palette. Then keep on watching, sis. Today, we're back with Jaclyn Hill's Volume 2 palette, or Part 2, because last time I was not impressed. Today, I'm thinking about doing an orange look with this yellow, and that yellow, and this. And then, maybe a nude. I'm gonna prime my eyelid again. So yeah, I actually was, this is my second time filming this video because last time, we had this, we had an obstacle come up because in this pan, I'm just gonna try to put it up close. In this pan, this orange in person looks way broader than this one, but it's the opposite. This one actually looks a little bit more pink, and it looks like neon orange in the palette, or in the pan. And I didn't like how it was turning out, so I decided to take it off and redo it. So, I'm gonna swatch these just to show you what it looked like. So, it looks bright, like bright orange. And it should be bright orange, but when I blended it out, it looked like this pink. And it wasn't matching with the other shade, which is right here. This shade was blending like orange. And so then, whenever they would blend, I don't know, it just didn't look right to me. Because literally, look at that, it's pink, and it's not supposed to be pink, it's supposed to be bright orange. Orange, bright orange. I don't know, I can't talk today. Before I do anything, I'm gonna put concealer on my eye. This quarantine, I'm literally going insane. Okay, so, first shade I'm going to hop into today is No Joke, and it's this bright yellow shade, and it better not be a joke or I'm going to be really mad because purples were a joke. I'm going to apply this yellow. I see nothing. So yeah, I dragged it out a little bit past the brow. So yeah, I'm going to hop into the feel myself, the more orangey of the two shades. I'm going to hop into that. There is a little fallout, but it's not terrible, I guess. I'm going to pop that in my crease. I don't know if I can tell or not, but this yellow is not packing a punch. So I'm gonna go back in with the yellow, and I'm gonna need it to pack a punch or I'm gonna be mad. I'm like this brush right here, and I'm going to go into my man very, 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 very lightly. And I'm gonna try to blend this into the yellow and the orange because it looks a little muddy, dare I say. Now I'm gonna take the brush that I used to blend the yellow, dip into a little bit more yellow, and like I'm packing this yellow on, like I'm like literally packing it and like blending it, like I'm like digging into the pan, getting all this product, and it's not broad, and I need it to be a little bit broader than it is being to overpower this orange, because if you look from far away, you can barely see this yellow. And I wanted it to be very pronounced on the end of it. Like this palette is just, like the shades are really pretty, but it's just basic. Like the yellow, the formula, like for example the Jeffree palette, the yellow is so good. Like it's blinding, you can blend it out, it still doesn't lose its color. Like this yellow is just like losing its vibrancy as you blend it, and it's not staying like where you want it to stay, and even if you pack more on it, it just blends right out. Like you can barely see the yellow. Like it just looks like a lighter shade of orange. I'm going to cut my crease. And I'm almost for certain that I'm going to have to use my finger for these glitter shades. I'm just going to pat this out. This Flawed and Odd, this orange shimmer right here, looks exactly like a moment that we tried the other day. And I'm guessing that they're not going to have any shimmer like these based on what they performed. So I'm actually going to take a brush with that one because I applied decently with a brush. And I'm going to apply this to like the outer side of my crease to kind of blend it with the orange a little bit. And then I'm going to put the yellow towards the inner corner of it. So I'm gonna pack this right there. Just on like the outskirts of town, you know. Gold shade's called Talaya, and I'm gonna get on my finger, my pinky finger with that one, and blend it out with Falled and Awed, that orange shade that I showed you. See, I hate how you have to use your finger with these because they get in the inner corner. I did not want it in the inner corner. Like I said before, the reason why I hate doing that is because I have big fingers and the fingers get in the way. And whenever I try to do something, like on the cut crease, it sticks to like my whole eyelid, and I don't want that. I'm gonna try a Q-tip because I still can't get it out. Like, see, the pigment's there, but like, it's so messy because literally it goes everywhere. Like, oh my god. I'm gonna go back into that yellow. That is a joke. It says it's called no joke, but it kind of is a joke. It's kind of a flop. Dip into Feeling Myself, which is the orange I used to blend in the yellow. There's basically one eye complete after I put my lashes on and stuff. This eye, I'm going to go into the neutrals because I'm getting it up with this palette. So, review of this eye. Still hiding these shimmers. The yellow blends out too, like it just blends out. Like it's like air, it just evaporates. Like, it's probably, you know that scene in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory where he gets transported through the air onto the TV? That's literally the yellow shade. Transport's gone. Like, I can't find it anywhere. Like, unless you look up really close, you can see that yellow. But when you're far away, when you're walking down the street and you want everybody to see your eyeshadow, nobody's gonna see that yellow. It's just see a big orange blob. This shade, if you're wanting to do like how I did and make it like a transition between the yellow and like this, it works fine. But if you're wanting a shimmer like I was last time on my purple lid, because these both are the same exact formula. Literally, the formula that this has is these ones right here. Maybe around 7 shades with the same formula as the purple that I tried to put in my crease that did not show up good at all. But it does blend good with like other shimmers, but like I said, it's not like this how bright this is, like how you're supposed to have it in your cut crease. These oranges, I don't know what the deal is in this palette when it's supposed to be an artistry palette. Why there's so much pink and like blending into pink and like pink reflexes, pink shimmers, like there's a pink orange. Or this orange is supposed to be vibrant orange, and when you first swatch it, it's like, ooh, this is a good orange. But when you start blending it, it's literally pink. I don't understand. It's literally this. The only orange in this palette is Feeling Myself that stays orange and doesn't go to pink. And like, how many pink shades do we have? Oh, I don't know. This one's magenta with some glitter in it. Ready? 1. This one has pink reflexes in it. 2. 3. This is a peach. 4. This one right here blends into pink. 5. 6. This one has pink in it. 7. Literally, this one has pink reflexes in it, and it's supposed to be a white shimmer. 8. Like, how many freaking pinks do you need to have in an artistry palette? Like, I don't see any blues in this. There's 2 blues on her other palette. There's 2 greens in her other palette. There's freaking 8 pinks. Something's not adding up here. My T-spill on this eye is done. Let's see how these work. Let me do my concealer. First shade we're going to hop into is literally the lightest brown that they have in this palette, and it's called Perfectionist. So I'm hopping into that shade right here, and it's kind of got like a pink in it. It looks like a little like pink brown. Pink. Shade has a lot of fallout. So now what I'm trying to do is trying to buff it up to my brow to make it look seamlessly blended. The next shade I'll probably do is Love Handles. And it's kind of like a peachy brown too, just a little bit. It's just a little bit darker than the other one, basically. So I'm just going to try to pop that into a little bit of the crease in the outer corner. And it's kind of got a little bit of orange in it too. So like, it's going to be a little bit more warm toned. Okay, and then I'll go back in with the Perfectionist shade that I used earlier. And I'm just kind of like blend that out, buff it out. I'm going to hop into this like a darker shade. I don't want it too dark though, so I'm going to probably go into this shade called Comfort Zone, which is right here. And I'm just gonna pack it in the outer corner. Kind of like go up in the crease a little bit on the outer side of the crease, like right here. Okay, and then I'm gonna go back in with a shade called Love Handles, blend it out a little bit, and then I'm gonna go back in this shade called Perfectionist and blend that out again. I'm trying to use as many shades possible from this palette so I can get the full gist of it. And I'm gonna do another cut crease. And I'm really liking this shade called Rider Diamonds. Yeah, okay. Rider Diamonds, and I want that shade on my eye. I don't have to use my finger again. It messes up my look because literally it gets everywhere. I'm like packing this on the brush. I'm like scraping it because I'm like refusing to put it on my finger. That's after scraping for it, and it's still not as blinding. Whenever I would usually have to do a shimmer with a brush, I don't have to dig for it. So maybe this palette for your shimmers, if you want it, use some setting spray and just dig in that pan. But it's not gonna last too long. Let me like show you. I'm like packing that on there to get that. Like I literally dented that shade so bad. Like look at that. And I don't like doing that to my shades, and I should not have to do that with my shades just to get the shimmer out on a brush. There's pink in this too though. There's literally baby pink in that shade. Even with that, it's still, I don't think it's still as blinding. I'm gonna try it with my finger. Yeah, I think that you have to use your finger to get the full result for this shade. Literally still have to use my finger to get that shade to like where I wanted it to be shimmery like it is in the pan. Like these shades are really pretty, but the way that they're needed to be applied, and I'm gonna go dip into thick skin right here, and it's like this pinky, dare I say, kind of baked blush kind of brown. I'm gonna hop into this shade called Grateful. I'm gonna use that brown to finish my under eye. I'm gonna go into a shade I haven't used. I'm gonna go into a shade called Bougie. I'll highlight the inner corner with that. And the only shade I can see you using a brow highlight, like I said, would be this shade right here. And this has a freaking pink pigment in it. It literally looks like you're applying a white shade on it. Like it literally looks like I have no brow highlight. It literally looks like powder. I refuse to use a freaking finger for brow highlight. That will literally look like trash. I'm not doing that. Period. Let me just pack it on really good again. Really good. No tapping this time. Do I see any highlight? No, I don't, Jaclyn. I don't see any of the shimmer that I want to see in a brow highlight. Let me try it on my other eye. Maybe you can see it on my other eyebrow. Wow, you can kind of see it on this brow. But I'm digging into it again. I don't want to have to ruin my shades with a brush just to get pigment out of it. That's stupid. But like when you're looking at it face like frontwards, it's all about the side view to see it. Like you cannot look at the front, like me facing me like, oh that's such a good brow highlight. No, you can't do that. Literally you cannot see this brow highlight unless you turn to the side, like break your head to turn it. You know, that's stupid. So before I finish my full face and give you my final thoughts, I'm gonna go ahead and swatch the shades that I didn't get to use from this palette. So, top row, I used all of those shades, except the certified shade, which is just matte white shade. This is very chalky. It feels like I just put my finger in chalk after I drew with chalk on the sidewalk, and I have the powder left over, chalky. Don't like it. Next row, I used every shade except GRWM. I don't know what GRWM means, Jaclyn. But I haven't used that one or Homebody. And I'm gonna go hop into the shade called GRWM. That's a copper shimmer. Beautiful swatch. That's such a beautiful swatch. But probably have to use your finger to apply it. I didn't use a shade called Homebody. Oh, a lot of fallout for that one. A lot of fallout. It feels chalky but still silky at the same time, so it feels like chalk. Here it is. Then the next row I used all these shades except Positivity and G Money. So with a different finger because this finger's stained. And I'm gonna go in the shade with G Money. Ooh, this chocolate brown. Wow. Chalky. A little sticky, may I say. But it's not as chalky as the other shades. It does have a lot of fallout. It has pigment. A lot of fallout with these nudes. These dark nudes. A lot of fallout. Like, a lot. Positivity is like this peach salmonish color. This peach salmon color. Yeah. I'm gonna swatch that beside this shade. This shade is very pretty. This row, I used that one. Don't think I'll use Lolly Mama. Tipsy Girl, I think I used that one. I haven't used Empowered or Next. Dance Party, I don't think I used either. I'm gonna swatch 4 of these shades because I don't think I did them. So I'm gonna use my thumb for Lolly Mama. Has a lot of pigment on your wrist, to say the least. Empowered, it's just like pink with like, it's like this maroon shimmer with pink reflexes in it. Like everything else in the palette has pink reflexes in it, so might as well just put it in that shade too, you know? It's kind of like a cranberry red too. That's really pretty. That's so pretty. It's like a cranberry shimmer, you know? It's so pretty. Probably want to apply it on the eye. Let's use your finger. Next, literally check called Next. It's like a matte version of the cranberry shade, basically. Dance Party, I'll swatch it just in case. That's really pretty. Do you see how much pink is on this? Why is that? Probably because every shade has pink in it. This bottom row, we'll use those 3. We didn't use any of these, so I'm gonna swatch 4 shades. I'm gonna swatch this black first, 'cause I'm curious about the black. Ooh. Now this black looks like it kind of slate, but will it slate on the swatch test? Yes, it will. This black is really good. It's not chalky. Feels really good. But like I said, I did not apply it on my eye. I do not know how it will apply. This palette does have a lot of fallout. I'm sorry, but it does. And it's kind of getting on my nerves. Usually palettes don't have this much fallout, so they don't really bother me. But this palette, oh my god. I'm gonna go on this shade called Crazy. Yeah, just how this freaking palette is. It's crazy. It's this like wine color. Very pretty. Don't know how it would look on the eye. Oh Hello. I think we use this shade. I'll swatch it anyway. Here's Oh Hello on the finger. Here's it swatched. It's a pink purple. Nothing new to see here. The last shade of this palette that I have not used is Paolo. I don't know how to say it. It's Paolo. And we're just gonna give this a good swatch. Kind of like this metallic purple. Looks very alien-like, I would say. It's very pretty. I like it. Let me go wipe all this off my fingers. Put on some lashes. You know how we should bang. And I'll give you my final thoughts on Miss Jaclyn's Volume 2 Eyeshadow Artistry Palette. So here's today's look. I personally like the neutral better because the shimmer looks way better than on this eye when I applied it with my finger, and this one where I dug into the palette and almost broke the pan full of shimmer. I almost broke it freaking trying to dig for this shade. But then again, I still had to end up doing my finger anyway, but yeah. Now, my final thoughts, my final verdicts on this palette. There's too many pinks in this. If you're wanting a purple, do not get this palette. If you're wanting a purple, do not get this palette if you do not like putting on shimmers with your finger, because that's pretty much the only way you can apply it that it actually shows up like you want it. The oranges, if you're wanting a palette with orange, these oranges, be careful because they will fool you. Just saying. These are overall good nudes, so if you're wanting this palette for the nudes, it's fine for that. If you're wanting a good highlight moment, no. If you're wanting a good yellow, no. If you're wanting some good reds, those are good reds. This will be a really good palette, but like, I feel like if they would put more thought into the application process of the shimmers, definitely put more thought into the purples formula and put more thought into the yellow and the oranges and not making this all pink, I think it would be an overall good palette. But for me, it's literally a flop, hands down. Like, I never had something from Morphe I did not like. The other Jaclyn palette I personally liked, but this Volume 2 palette I feel like was a flop besides the nudes in it and the red. That's just my personal opinion. Am I saying I will never use this palette again? No, I'm not saying I will never use this palette again. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed today's video in my pink stained hands. And yeah, so thank you guys so much. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.